Thanks very much. I want you all to know that I have my Earth Day sticker on. The mayor did a great job talking about the amazing progress we've made in the environmental area of the city. And of course, a lot of this has to do with the environment as well. So I'm encouraged that we can move forward. I'm supporting this ordinance, but I wanted to just say one thing. When I was on the city council for 40 years, I voted on a lot of stuff. And I always ask for, well, can you give us a report back on measuring the outcomes? And we never, ever got a report back on measuring the outcomes. So I wanted just simply to remind us all here, that's very important. And, you know, that some of this can lead to some really great things. There may be some kinks. So we need to be in a position to correct the kinks and support the really good outcomes, which I would list as this. We got to protect and revitalize our neighborhoods. We're not getting that out of this. We're not getting what we need. We've got to promote better quality development in the city and compete better with the suburbs. You know, most of the development in the region is going out to suburbs in spite of all of the building projects you see right now. We need to expand the city tax base. Absolutely critical. We have one of the lowest tax bases per capita in any big city in the country. And that needs to change. Part of that because we're a very low density city. We also need to focus, and Marlene has said this to me many times. You said the neighborhood thing, and the other thing you said, we need to promote higher density mixed use development, hopefully, in places where it makes sense, where there's infrastructure and transportation access and other amenities. So these are some of the outcomes. I would conclude with this, that what would really be helpful as a person in the field working with Chapter 42 would be a user's manual. It's really hard to figure out what those words mean. Even the staff, the planning staff, sometimes can't figure it out. So some kind of a really handy user's manual of how, once we do all of this, Chapter 42 is going to work, I think it would be helpful for all of us. And it would speed up development in the city. It would work to increase our tax base at a much faster rate. So these are my comments. Let's measure the outcomes, fix what's needed to be fixed, and move forward. And thank the mayor and everybody, and particularly Super Neighborhoods, for working creatively on this process.
Councilmember, the issue that's come up today at the table has been about whether an acre is the right pivot point. And I suspect that the it's a round number, and so we fixed on it. So if you have any thoughts on that?
Well, an acre obviously is an arbitrary number, but it's an easy one to use in conversation. Seriously, I'd have to think about that and get back to you. I'm at a loss for words.
Seldom are you at a loss for words. Chair recognizes Councilmember Noriega.
Mayor, it's great to see you. Thank you for coming. I always am interested in your perspective, and to piggyback on what the mayor says. One of the things we're going to have very quickly is some data on average lot size per district, and have some information. It might be helpful if you looked at that and gave us your thoughts after that is available. And I also just wanted to make sure you had time to finish, because I always am very interested in what you say. We miss you around here.
Yeah, one thing I did want to say is that it was said before I was up here that the minimum lot size outside of 610 when this ordinance passes is not going to be 3,500 square feet. That's not true. It's going to be the same as, you know, average of 1,400 square feet. So don't be misled by that. It's the same as inside the loop. I think all of us understand that. Anyway, thank you all, and thank you, Melissa.
Councilmember Pennington.
Excuse me, Councilman, but I missed the very first part of